as we are here in the Nooner.
Yes.
And Monica put something together for us for today. And you were involved in a project, in a film.
Almost 10 years ago.
Is it 10 years old, really?
It's almost.
Wow.
Not quite. It's getting there.
But the film is called Big and Tall.
Yeah, I got to meet with a brand new filmmaker. He was new to the scene here.
Yes.
He wanted to do a short film. He started asking around. I got a phone call. I got asked if I could AD a short film called Big and Tall.
Yeah.
I got this script. It's a little story about a young girl who's on an adventure to find Bigfoot because she wants that reward money because there's a reward. As there has been since 19 whatever.
19 whatever.
So I met Clint. We did this film. And then, fast forward before the pandemic, there's always been an interest in Bigfoot, come to find out.
Bigfoot's a fascinating individual,
still
yes.
lots of groups that still do it. So, so it got shown at some convention, but then the pandemic hit and shut everything down, right?
Right.
Fast forward to now, I was just doing what I do, scrolling on the socials, and I saw that we were having this Bigfoot on Beale event. And I was like, oh, wow, I wonder if they would want to show the movie. And so anyway, that got me hooked up with Michael here, the Beale Street Monsters Club. And so I saw that post. So you're having a Bigfoot on Beale event.
Yes, we are. We are having it this Saturday, May 16th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the top floor of A. Schwab on Beale Street. This is by far our biggest event we've ever had.
Cool.
We are going to have a speaker every hour, and we're going to have 22 vendors actually upstairs. And the weather's looking to be very cooperative.
Yeah,
that's going to be nice, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been working on this for about 7 months straight.
Right, yeah.
And I met a lot of really, really nice people. Everyone seems very, very excited for it, and I'm just really happy that I'm able to do something like this finally, something this big.
That's really cool. And so it's going to be on the top floor of A. Schwab's. I was talking to you before we got you on. When I was a kid growing up in A. Schwab's, you couldn't go. It typically was roped off. This was when I was little kid. It was roped off, and I just hadn't been down there in a while. But I know we had somebody here that had written that book, The Hoodoo Voodoo.
Yeah, the hoodoo stuff, yes.
Right.
And opened up a museum up there.
Yeah, so he was talking about how A. Schwab's that was going to be, and you were telling me that's still there.
Yes, and Tony's going to be one of the speakers, actually. He's going.
Oh, yeah, there was Tony that was here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's going to be one of the speakers.
Yeah, so, he's doing a presentation on Bigfoot and folklore.
Wow.
And other spiritual creatures and things like that. So that's going to be real exciting. And I'm going to be doing a talk on Bigfoot in cinema.
Oh, cool.
And
that just ties right into your film.
Yeah, and when she messaged me, I thought this was a good idea because we like to support local establishments and local filmmakers. And
that's good.
Because we've done a school supply drive for the Bodine School that specializes in kids who who have learning disabilities such as dyslexia. So we like to really go out and help the community, do fun things with the community, support fellow monster lovers. And with the presentation, when she messaged me, I was like, oh, well, this is a good idea. And so my presentation actually ends leading into the film.
Oh, cool.
I thought, well, this is great, and everything, and I just thought it was just amazing. I'm really happy that you messaged.
Yeah, I'm glad I did too. Yeah, no, because I felt like it lined up. I mean, that film still, that short film, it's only 15 minutes, but it still holds up.
But didn't other Bigfoot groups latch onto the film as well?
Yeah, before the pandemic, when there was
they would show it at various places, right?
When it came to Memphis, they would show it. I feel like they showed it wherever. It was some traveling convention that did it. And that's when my eyes were open to this whole world of people that still love the whimsy and everything still Bigfoot. And to have 22 vendors of people that are going to be there, that's I got to come and see this top floor because that's got to be a large space. I just never got to see it coming up. But yeah, to have 22 vendors and have a whole spot on top of still having the Voodoo Hoodoo Museum in there, it's just going to be blocked off for this, event. But it sounds like a really large space. So you said you've been working on this for 6 or 7 months. I've put together some things in the past, and I know putting together.
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, and the thing is that I've got to meet some of my vendors in person, and when I told them, oh yeah, no, I've done everything.
Yeah.
And they looked at me and says, "You've done everything by yourself?" I'm like, "Yes." The look of sheer horror
Yeah.
that comes across these people's faces.
It's a team
They're just
effort,
like, it's like, you're crazy. You can't do this all by yourself.
It's a lot of work.
I mean, it has been, and, but it's a labor of love, because I've always wanted to put on a big event, and, choosing Bigfoot, because normally what we do with our meetings is we show classic horror films, because what we really specialize is in, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman.
All the Universal horror.
Universal horror, Hammer horror. We do our club focuses on movies from the very beginning of film history all the way up to 1968 with the release of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, yes.
With the rest of the Hammer horror films getting grandfathered in since those started in the 50s. And, Bigfoot interest really picked up, really started in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some Bigfoot films. Unfortunately, they kind of went out of the scope of what we focus on, but the phenomenon's kind of started in our scope, and it was originally just going to be a normal event, but then I'm like, people say that unlike Dracula and the Frankenstein monster, people say that they actually see Bigfoot, and I'm like,
right.
Let me see if I can make this into a bigger event. And I thought maybe it's going to be maybe an hour or two longer. Then I'm like, I'm just going to make it a whole day event.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And if this is really well, this will really open us up to doing more,
right.
Bigger events. And, because we love our monster movies. We love our science fiction films. We love our horror films. And, meeting more people who are interested in this stuff has been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of incredible people doing all this. So I really hope that this is a successful event. More people get to learn about us, and, basically they get to enjoy the stuff that they thought, it's like, well, no one else around here likes this stuff.
Right.
But, it's like, well, actually, now you have a whole community that you can come and join.
Well, I think you'll find that especially with Bigfoot, because like I said, I had no idea until after I made this film that there is a huge Bigfoot community out there. People travel from all over.
Is this organization, does it consist of people who go hunt for the guy, or is it more about the Hollywood and the mystique and the fun of that, or is it both, or
Well, so one of the speakers that we're having, he's actually coming all the way from Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he actually does do Bigfoot research. And the other people who are coming in, Toby Sales, who actually used to do the Memphis Bigfoot Festival.
Okay.
He's coming in.
I know of Toby,
and he's doing 2 talks. He's talking about the Patterson Gimlin film, which is the famous Bigfoot footage that everyone's seen.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be doing excerpts from his book, Haint Blues.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Tony, of course, is going to be doing the talking about the spiritual side of Bigfoot and other cryptids like that. And then I'm doing films, so it's really a little bit of everything.
Oh, that's cool. Got you.
Then, it's ending off with Geek Night Trivia doing cryptid trivia.
Okay.
So, just a little something fun.
Yeah,
a little bit of
yeah.
everything. And really what the event is designed to do, and it being an all-day event, is if we really want to bring people back down to Beale Street.
Yeah.
Because, it's not as bad as everyone says.
I know.
No, it's not,
I mean, I work on Beale Street.
Okay.
And, you don't ever see anything, we never see anything bad. And, business has really suffered down there. And really what we want to do is, and what we're really trying to promote is, you come down to Beale Street, and if there's a particular talk you may not want to listen to, go eat at one of the restaurants,
Right,
go
yeah.
shop, stay on the street the whole day, just revolve.
And then go back. Yeah.
And then if it's like, hey, well, I don't really want to do this talk at this time. I'm kind of hungry. Let me go down to such and such, get a bite to eat, and then come back, have fun.
Yeah.
And really, support the street, support the community.
I think that's awesome.
Because, Beale Street's known world round.
Yeah.
And, it's just kind of sad to see how, no one's really coming because everyone just talks about how dangerous it is,
Yeah.
That's wrong, yeah.
It only takes one news story of somebody getting into a fight at 4 a.m., which you shouldn't,
I mean,
what do you think is going to happen at 4 a.m.?
I was about to say, I worked for the news for a little bit, and my shift ended at 11. And I'm like, I didn't want to be down there at 11 o'clock.
Right.
But, but during the daylight, you're just fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're just more likely the later it gets.
Yeah.
And it's not every time. People do have that misconception. I don't understand. I guess they don't. We do leave our houses every day. And we're fine. We're here. We made it here just fine. And we're not armoring up to walk out our front door. We're not walking into a war zone.
I was about to say, I think, just, the outside of this building is, it's fine. But, but like you got traffic, but that's the worst part about it. Beale Street, you don't get traffic.
Papa. I live in Midtown, so I've got that 15-minute drive from there and having to deal with that war zone. But that's a joke, and it's not.
Yeah.
So it's like, one of the employees that, at Schwab's, he's from West Virginia, and he gets news from West Virginia, and he's just like, look, all the stuff that, they complain about Memphis is happening in West Virginia, but that doesn't make the news.
Right. Well, it happens. It does. It happens everywhere. I don't know why we constantly get a bad rap. A lot of the stuff that does happen here, and even let's talk about some stuff that's happened on Beale Street. The last kerfluffles that the news showed, those were isolated incidences between those people. It's not like if you walk down Beale Street, you're going to get attacked.
And one other thing is 901 Day last year, that street was packed.
It was.
Yes,
I saw that.
I remember that, yeah.
People were so happy.
Yeah.
There were people in town. They were so happy. They were just like, man, it is so nice to finally come back down to Beale Street.
Right.
It's always been here.
But it hasn't gone anywhere, yeah. Y'all could have come, you can come. But so this event is also to help drive traffic just to the street in general.
Yeah, I mean, because this is a free event.
Yeah.
We're making no money off of this.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's we really want to help, local Memphis things, Mid-South based,
right.
places, and, let's just have fun.
Yeah.
Guys.
Right.
Let's just have fun. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Because that's really what we need is like, like how many fun things do you hear about? I mean, they exist. The problem is you never hear about them.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they don't exist, but,
True, you only hear about the bad stuff that
it's
happens
just,
during the...
It's like Bigfoot himself.
Right.
You mentioned that you're going to have all these vendors down there. What kinds of wares are they selling? What are they going to offer?
Some people are selling original art.
Yeah.
Some people are selling homemade plushies of really great quality. Like you see some of this stuff that these people made, it's just like, you made this yourself? And the thing is that like each one, like if they have like, let's say a Bigfoot plushie, they all look the same. And it's just like, that's amazing that this one person was able to make, something identical.
Right, not machine produced. Yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to, there's going to, one lady, she's going to be selling baked goods.
Oh, sweet.
So homemade baked goods.
Very cool.
And so I don't think anything is store-bought. I think everything is like
homemade, handmade. Very cool.
So I don't want to quote on that one.
Right.
No, but I do believe everything is like homemade basically, and their own. And I know for a fact the art's all the original art.
Oh,
and
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
One person's gonna be like printing T-shirts like on site.
Oh, very cool. So you get to see the process.
Yes.
That's really cool.
So she's gonna bring her printer. And it's just it's just I think it's gonna be incredible.
Sounds like it.
I think it's gonna be a really fun time. I want people to come and have fun.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it's a free event, as I said previously, because like we didn't want anyone to have to be like, oh, I really wanted to go, but I can't afford whatever
Right,
the ticket
right,
cost
right.
is.
Yeah.
Times
Times are tight.
You guys get together quite frequently, though, right?
Yes, we try to meet once a month. We didn't do it last month because
of this
Bigfoot
event,
because Bigfoot on Beale is so big. I want to next month do a mini museum where I will, because at our meetings we actually bring original pieces of film memorabilia such as posters, lobby cards, and I'm wanting to do a little museum where people can see these artifacts of not just on a specific topic but of a wide range. And I'm planning on doing 2 short screenings, one being A Trip to the Moon from 1902 by George Méliès, and Edison's Frankenstein from 1910.
Oh yes.
Along with a little mini lecture by myself. But I haven't really decided what talk I want to do.
I got you.
But like I was just on Live at 9 the other day, and one of the artifacts that I hardly ever bring out because it's so rare was a original piece of advertisement from the 1930 film The Cat Creeps.
Oh, wow.
Which was probably Universal's first sound horror film.
Yeah.
The film's lost. You cannot watch The Cat Creeps anymore.
Really?
And it was funny after I got off the air, the person working the front desk, someone called and said that you can buy it for like $4.99 off of Google, and I'm like, I couldn't figure out what she was talking about. And then when I finally was like, oh, you mean the 1946 version? Because that version, it's a completely different film,
and it's still around. Yeah,
that one's still around. Same title, different film.
But the original is.
Yes,
because there were a series of warehouse fires, and there was just lost through time. The celluloid falls apart.
Yes, with The Cat Creeps, they actually believe that one and the Spanish version because it was filmed in 2 different languages by 2 different casts.
Oh wow!
Same thing happened with Dracula. During the day was the English-speaking cast, and then at night they used the Spanish-speaking class. But both of those versions survived. They believe that Cat Creeps went missing shortly after its release because all these things got sent back to the studios, and they would either put them in a vault, or they would just be like, well, there's no point in having this, and we're just like
just trash it. Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're like, who's gonna want to watch this movie again?
And there's no
and then here we are.
rental.
Yeah.
Well, that happened to Savad when I forget what his show was. It was around
Fantastic Features.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all of those have been lost.
Yes.
They just threw the tapes away, or they recorded over them. Yeah.
Yeah, I did work on another short film, The March of Savad, and we filmed at the Fox 13 studio with Mike McCarthy.
Yes, I know Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike is Mike has been a real big supporter. I remember
I figured he was involved.
The first time I met him was at the first MonsterCon, and it was right before the store opened, and he had some Savad stuff for sale. And he came up, he says like, I didn't think the doors were open yet. I was like, oh no, I'm not. I'm one of the other people here. I'm with Beale Street Monster Club. He immediately stopped what he's doing. He's like, we've been looking for you. and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, who's we?
Right.
He's like, why haven't you contacted us? And I'm like, I have no idea who you are.
Right.
But then he introduced himself. John Bifus, who works for, who works with Commercial Appeal. John actually came out to our Phantom Centennial when we showed Phantom of the Opera on its 100th anniversary.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, he's into that. Yeah.
And he was there, and he's like, well, you're going to be in the Commercial Appeal. I'm like, oh, well, that's really cool. And I saw that the article had come out, and my mom's like, I told my mom, I was like, hey, can you pick up some copies? And she said, yeah, sure. And she texted me, she's like, do you realize you're on the front page?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, excuse me? She sent me a picture. We are nearly the entire front page.
How cool.
In fact, the Tiger Sports News was very small. And I'm like, and I looked and said, like, did we just beat Tiger Sports out?
You did, yeah.
Right. No, that's really cool. So you're part of this Beale Street Monsters Club. Tell us about that. Like, how did that come about? When did that start?
So, Beale Street Monster Club started back in 2023. I think it's December 21st was when I made the Facebook page. So I count that as its birthday.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that makes sense.
And so I had been into classic horror films, I think, since 2013.
Okay.
It was learning about Nosferatu 1922 was what really got me into it.
Yeah.
And because growing up, I was the biggest scaredy cat in the world.
Right.
My parents was like, don't watch that, it's scary. And I was really scared of being scared. Like, if I saw a hockey mask growing up, I had to sleep with,
I think a lot of people.
I had to sleep with the light on for a week.
Yeah.
But when I learned about that movie, it really changed everything for me. And I started researching, like monster kid culture, which that's what monster fans were called back in the day, were monster kids. Reading like Famous Monsters of Filmland, getting the Aurora models, getting masks.
There were comic books.
Comic books, yes.
Yeah, there were a bunch of those. Yeah.
And, they had clubs. And I'm like, man, that'd be so cool to have. But I'm like, everyone that I talk to thinks it's cool that I'm into this, but they're not really interested.
Right, they're not into it, yeah.
So I'm thinking, man, I'm not gonna be able to do any of this. So I never really tried. And then Tony, he worked. He was doing the social media for Schwab's. He still does. And he like came in with like, I think it was like him with like a monster shirt on, and I can't remember exactly. I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, that's such and such from such and such, and he's just like, you know about that? And I'm like, oh yeah, I was like into it. So we started talking about monsters and everything, and my mom was just like, well, why don't you guys just start like a club?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I have someone to talk to about this, so yeah, let's give it a try. I actually missed our very first meeting because I started a new job, and that was my first week.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be like, hey, can I take like Saturday off? Because
Right,
No, are you nuts? No, you're
job.
working, man.
Oh no, and they made that job for me too.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so you
I
really
couldn't.
can't. Yeah.
But I've been to every last one ever since then, and so it had very humble beginnings, and the people who have joined have been absolutely wonderful. Because we have membership cards, because it's all free, and I made the membership cards to look like the old Monster Club cards from back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
Did
yeah,
a lot of research and everything, tried to design and everything. And I even chose like the paper color.
Yeah.
I wanted it to look like aged paper, like
Right.
you just cut it out of an old magazine. And I said like, hey, we got club cards available. And I had people from Massachusetts, Nevada, like
Wow.
all over the U.S. It was like, hey, listen, I've never been to Memphis, and I will never be in Memphis a day in my life,
Right.
but I would love a card.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, sure. And then I'm like, because the all individual, so I had to come up with like a little like questionnaire and be like, hey, listen, I just need you to answer these questions. I'm not selling this. I'm just doing it so if you lose your card and someone has the same name as you, I could be like, hey, what's your favorite monster movie? Frankenstein 1931. Okay, this guy says Wolfman 41. Okay, so here's your original number, and I'll mail him back a replacement.
Oh, that's cool.
That's slick, man.
So I mean, and I don't charge for that, so I'm out the postage, but I don't care. The person's enjoying the card.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's
Nice.
really neat.
I mean,
That's
So,
really neat.
do you have a website?
We do not have a website. We have social medias, which is Beale Street Monster Club on Instagram and Facebook. And we did just start an X account, which is Beale Street Monster, but street being just the ST because
Yeah.
the name can only be so
Yeah,
long.
Yeah. They limit you over there.
That poor Twitter account. is just like it's so dead. I think we have like one follower. And I
It's
don't
really
even know.
hard.
I don't even think that's a real person. Either. I think it's a bot.
It's really hard over on Twitter because like Clint is on there and I remember he messaged me once. He was like, "Wow, you had 11 people like that post," and I was like, "Do you know how hard I have worked just to get 11 people to like anything I put on Twitter?"
Yeah. But we are starting to do. We're starting because we want to expand because it's something that we've been really trying to advertise, and not a lot of people have heard about it because not a lot of people have heard about us. Is Beale Street Monster Club is not a stationary club, meaning that if you want us to come out to your place or anything, we will come out. We will set up a screen because we finally got ourselves a portable screen.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, there you go.
And we'll be more than happy to show films at whatever event you're doing, bring displays, do talks, do public speaking, have a little museum if you want it there to bring people in.
Very cool.
If you want to do anything with us, we'll be more than happy to come.
Well, let us return the favor
Very
too.
cool.
You've got us, okay? So if there's ever anything you got coming you would need us to know, just tell Monica or tell me. We'll get it out there as well because this is open for everybody.
Yeah, and we don't that's one reason why it's free is we don't want to
You don't want to burden people.
Yeah, I don't want to burden people. It's like why should you give me money?
Right.
Yeah. Now I have started, and that's going to be debuted at because people always ask all the time, it's like, well, let me pay membership dues. And it's like I'm not going to have you do that. There's no reason for you to do that. But we did just recently get like a big donation from an actual museum from Iowa of film trailers and film reels.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Very cool.
So and magazines because the local theater closed, and the museum was like, "Well, we really can't do anything with these." And they're like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yes."
Well, yeah.
Because I said, "Well, we'll preserve them and we'll put them on display at events." The only problem is I got all that stuff, and I'm like, I don't have the money to get the correct containers that they need. They're still safe. They're safe right now.
Right.
But,
to take them to that next level of preservation,
yes, because like right now, they're safe, but they're not safe to go out and be on display. So
right.
So we are going to have a little like donation link that people is like, if you want to, but we're not gonna be like.
Yeah, that's how we work around here. If you want to help us out, help us out. Throw a couple of bucks in.
I'm not gonna be like.
It's a requirement.
Hey, can you donate? I'm not gonna do that.
Cross my palms and we'll make something happen, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's just like, hey, if you want to help us out, that's great. Because I'm gonna get the stuff eventually.
Right.
But I just need to save up the money because
it takes operations money to do that.
I think it's like because it's like 60 something trailers and it was 8 film reels.
Wow.
The 8 film reels getting the canisters, I think it's like $250 to get.
Wow.
Each?
Like, no, just for the 8.
For the 8, yeah.
For the 8.
Still, that's pretty pricey, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like, is it doable? Yes. But I'm going to need to wait a little bit.
Yeah,
because I can't just drop $200. I can't drop $200 whenever I feel like it.
Right, yeah. Got a budget for it.
Yeah, so,
I feel that.
So it's like if people want to help out, they're more than welcome to. But we're never going to force people to do it.
Right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So y'all just meet like once a month and...
Yeah, we try to.
Right.
Just depending, we really want to expand into doing like real monsters.
So cool.
Because I think next year's the 260th anniversary of the Beast of Gévaudan dying, which was a famous werewolf story from Gévaudan, France.
Very
That's
cool.
where the silver bullet comes from, because the person who supposedly killed the creature, Jean Chachel, supposedly melted a bunch of merry metals into a silver bullet and killed the creature, which they believe was actually a hyena. So I actually got a replica hyena skull. I found a replica musket ball the correct size.
Wow.
It was actually chrome, so it looked silver. And I got a bunch of merry metals, so I have a little Beast of Gévaudan display. And I want to talk about that, talk about the history of werewolves. And then in July, it's the 110th anniversary of the Jersey Shore shark attacks.
Oh, wow.
Which inspired Jaws.
Yes.
And
That Benchley wrote about, yeah.
yes, and that one, I really want to do something, but I really want to make that a very respectful event because these are people that actually died.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm not going to try. I'm not going to make sharks into a monster because they're an animal. They're not. Sharks do not go out of the way to kill people. They're really just trying to figure out what you are.
Right.
And why are you in their living room?
Yeah, I was about to say you're in their house.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm trying. I really want to do an event around that one, but I want to make it respectful because once again, these are real people who passed away during an unfortunate set of circumstances.
Right.
And I wanted to show one movie, and I looked at and I watched it. I'm really happy I did. About the film, and there was some like really inappropriate comedy. And I'm not gonna show this because that is highly inappropriate. I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
So
I would imagine Halloween is a good time for you guys too.
Yeah, we did the haunted corn maze at the Agri Center.
Oh, cool.
For a couple days. Because we also did the monster market that happens downtown.
Yeah. Okay.
Lauren, she has been a really big.
I know Lauren. Look, Lauren's done movie posters for us, and she did the.
Lauren, she's going to be one of our vendors.
Yeah,
and she was one of the sponsors.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I love her.
So great human being. She's absolutely fantastic. And
we probably have a whole lot of people in common.
Yeah,
because of the worlds colliding here in Memphis between the scenes.
And like we did, because we found out from one of our club members that the Germantown Community Theater was doing Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And like I contacted them, and I was just like, I know this is the last minute. Like, can we set up like a table at your thing? And they're like, well, we really wish we knew about you guys, but yeah, you can do that. And I'm like, so I had to do the very last showing, which was like November, so it was like just past Halloween. We want to do a whole lot more. We're gonna do the Zubu this year.
Oh, sweet.
So we can't do everything. Like we can't do every Zubu. We can't do every haunted corn maze. We are doing Monster Market because I always make that a priority to do because Lauren has really helped us out a lot. So I always make her whenever Monster Market comes around, I make her the priority.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna probably do some haunted corn mazes, some Zubus, and if anyone else, Germantown Community Theater, whatever they're doing, if it's horror related, they haven't updated their thing yet, so I haven't seen it. It's too soon for me to start.
Sure, we're barely
brainstorming.
Yeah. So I check their thing I check the website like every other week just to see if they update. So we may do something with them again. If anyone wants us to do anything, we'd be more than happy to do it.
They can get a hold of you through Facebook?
Yes.
Probably the best way?
Yes, Facebook or Instagram. And we do have a email, which is Beale Street Monster Club @gmail.com. The word street being spelled out on everything.
Yeah, okay, there's no abbreviations in there.
No, because people's like, I can't find you. I'm like, are you abbreviating the word street? They're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, you don't abbreviate street.
Yeah.
That was something that I did. I'm like, I probably should have really abbreviated the word street, but no, we do that. So those are the best ways to get in contact with us. If for some weird reason you don't hear back, I do try to check the spam folders, and if you try to contact us and you haven't gotten a reply, please check your spam folders, because what I'm discovering is the word monster in our Gmail account sends a lot of our emails straight to spam.
Oh, for like monster.com and stuff like that.
No, it was like I think they just think it's spam. Because one of our vendors, she just straight up was not getting her invoice or any of our emails about stuff about the event. She's like, hey, I haven't heard from you. I'm like, why haven't you? I'm like, check your spam. And she said, oh, there they are. It's just like, I feel like it's the word monster that's messing us over.
Yeah, that's a keyword somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing some great stuff over there, brother. I think this is fun. For a lot of people that are fans of the whole genre of just monsters in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not surprised that Mike, and then of course Lauren.
Yeah.
She did our. She did a lot of the posters for. I know she worked with Indie Memphis, but I got to be a part of a production called Flesh Eating Film Reels, and it was a remake of the SS Wilson, I think was his name. He did a student film back in the day when cable was like a new thing and HBO was a new channel. In between the two main movies, they would show little segue things, and so there was this student film where the film reel came to life. It was like just like a 5-minute or so short. I think it was SS Wilson, and so my friend, a friend of mine here locally, John Pickle, he always wanted to remake that. That scared me when I was young. I would run past our videotape collection in the living room because I was afraid the film reel was going to come out and grab me like it did in his movie. And so, because it's a lot of stop motion, a lot of backwards, it was some backwards filming and stuff. And so my friend John Pickle was like, I need to start collecting tape reel. And I remember we collected all this tape reel, and he's like, I want to remake that. And it took a long time. I'm talking years. He had to have the perfect location to do it in and everything. And we wound up remaking that, and Lauren made the poster. The poster was awesome.
She made a Big Phone Beale poster for us. And that was awesome, and because she has a Schwab on it, I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's so good.
Yeah,
she's so good. She's so good. I love.
And Schwab is a neat spot to go to anyway.
I've been going there since I was a kid.
Yeah, it's 150 this year.
150. Wow.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah, Elliot still works there. He's
and he's 150.
I know.
No, he's not.
With how he talks and tells the stories, you would believe it.
Yeah, you would believe he was.
No,
yes. He's related to it, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's the fourth generation.
Fourth generation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. His sister used to work there, but she passed away back in September.
Yeah.
But Elliot still works there. He knows that building like the back
I
of.
bet.
I mean, really, like there's certain things about that building. If it's not for him, certain things just won't operate. Because it's so old. There's certain. I mean, that basement. The Schwabs kept everything. By the way, I mean, all the registers, all that's down in the basement.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
There's a museum right
That's
there.
A museum
they have the Beale Street Museum on the mezzanine, which you can see, and it's a real. It's real small, but you get like a good sense of like, oh wow, look at all this stuff they kept over there. He's like, oh no, you haven't seen anything yet. There's a dentist chair down in that basement.
Wow.
Because they kept everything. There's war rationing paper from World War II down there.
Oh wow.
So I mean, it's a fun place to go down, and I really want to do a ghost event there.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
We know people.
Yeah, and
the Broom Closet people. We work tight with them. Yes.
And the president of the Mid-South Cartoon Association, he's also a paranormal investigator.
Oh, cool.
And he's real nice. I had a whole conversation with him. And yeah, no, I really want to do something there, but once again, want to do it respectfully because Elliot does believe that some of his family members. Yeah. And there are some stories. I don't want to say like some of the stories because I don't want people to be coming in there and be like, oh, look. It's like, this is what I said. It's like, nah, I don't. There's certain stories that I'll share with you guys because I don't want people like misreporting things.
Right.
Also, like, because it is 100. The business is 150, but that building's from the 1850s.
Yeah.
There's ghosts hanging around there.
Oh yeah.
There's ghosts in this space over here. This used to be a thing, but that's a whole different deal.
Yeah, no, it's saw something at the University of Memphis one time. That was real interesting.
Yeah.
Because I have a film degree from there, and I was in the audio booth, and I'm the only one in there, and like there's a window from me, kind of like this, and you could see a reflection, and there was a really tan, muscular person that ran behind me, and I'm like, what was that? And I looked, and of course, I'm the only one in there, and how fast he was going, he would have hit the wall because there's only like a 10 by 10 space. And I'm like, why this building? Why this building? Why this building? I kept thinking, and I'm like, oh my God, the Egyptian Museum is attached to this building.
Yeah,
and
there is that.
And they have, and I'm like, I wonder, and it's like, it's tan, muscular. I'm like, I wonder if it was like an Egyptian. Because they have like mummies there.
Right. Yeah.
But I remember seeing that, I'm like,
yeah, it'll spook
no
you.
one else did. I was like, oh my gosh, that was interesting.
You just keep us posted with whatever you got going on. Okay, you got a mouthpiece over here.
Yes.
So
and you're welcome to come down anytime. to
Yeah,
come chat
just
with
let
us.
me know anytime y'all have an event. So
I'll give you guys my my cards. It has my number and everything. So you guys want to call, shoot me a text, you most definitely can do that, or send me an email.
And we can do some stuff.
So you've got the Beale Street Monsters Club, and if people are interested in maybe checking y'all out, they can do so on social media by looking up Beale Street Monsters Club. And then this Saturday,
Beale Street Monster Club, singular.
Oh, sorry, Monster Club.
Yeah.
Don't.
There's only one monster. His name is Bigfoot. By God. Is he a monster? No, I think he's just misunderstood.
You think he's misunderstood? Yeah. And then we have the Bigfoot on Beale event that's happening this Saturday.
Yes.
A. Schwab's. You said it started at
11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And it's free.
And it's free.
All day long. People, y'all need to go out and get down on Beale.
Yeah, if
it's going to be a beautiful day.
Just even a passing interest in this whole world, it's fun.
That was the first, because I went around to all the businesses on Beale. A lot of times, that was the first time I went into a lot of those businesses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this place is cool.
Yeah. Beale Street's got a lot of flavor. It's
there's that whole
come a long way.
There's all these tunnels under there.
Yeah, I've got to film.
That's what I've heard.
Down below
they go like down toward the river, and there's theories that it may have been part of the Underground Railroad, literally where they were they were moving people around
there
down
were
there.
workers down there at one point. They've got it all cobblestoned. All the walls are cobblestone. There's Danny Thomas. There's a Wendy's right there, and that's where my film crew got to go down below and filmed a sizzle, like a little teaser trailer for a horror that they wanted to do. We had a bunch of people dressed up like zombies, vampires, whatever, and just running through. But it was really wicked down there. It definitely is. If anybody can get a chance to look at it, I would say do it. I don't know how you would get to look at it. Like, we had special permission because we were doing this.
Yeah, it's
film.
private property. Yeah.
So I'm not saying people just show up at the Wendy's.
You can get hurt down there. You got to be careful.
Yeah, you really do. It's a very old, but it's super cool to look at. I definitely think your group could maybe get down in there. So this Saturday, 11 to 6, Bigfoot on Beale, and the Big and Tall film will be screening at 4:30. Did Clint tell me?
I have it at 4. I have it officially listed at 4:40. But yeah, we could probably do it sooner. Because it's my presentation. I can. I will.
You're the boss. You can do whatever you want.
I was going to say it's my presentation, so like that one I don't mind giving up time for.
Right.
Because
Did you say that Clint himself was?
Is Clint gonna be down there?
That's what I was about to say, because that's what it sounds like. I really hope he does, because I have it listed as introduction by
by the director.
Writer director.
He said he was gonna be.
He's a great cat. You'll love him.
And I definitely want to try and definitely make it down. I just would love to see the top floor of A. Schwab's. Are you guys kidding me? I love that store. My grandmother. I still have rulers that my grandmother bought from A. Schwab's with the a good rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I still have pencils from A. Schwab's.
The tables of the vendor, because we provide the chairs and the vendor. I can't tell you how old how old the tables they're using are.
Oh yeah.
I mean, no, it's vintage to the core.
Yes, it is. That store is really cool. Y'all get down on Beale Street. Definitely.
Yeah, go have some fun. The weather's going to be fine for it, so enjoy it and go get to know the Beale Street Monsters and do the thing. Yeah.
I think that would be so cool.
Doesn't cost you anything to join if you want to.
Yeah.
And
sounds like a really cool group. Sounds like they'll do some really fun stuff.
And like you were saying a second ago too, that this gives people the same frame of mind, somebody to talk to. And to share some of the stuff. Whether it's film or the actual monsters or whatever.
Because what was it? I was somewhere one time, because I go to some screenings of these older films, and I remember I went to go see Citizen Kane in theaters
Yeah.
I was the youngest person in that room.
I bet.
Me. Oh, I guess technically she's my wife now. I guess technically she was because she's like a month younger than me. And, and it was just like I look around. It's just like, man, we are the youngest people in this group. And you want to, and that's something that I do have to say I do feel bad about is like because I'm gonna be 28 on this month, and you know, a lot of people, like, when they see me, like, they will talk to me via email, and then when they meet me in person, you can look at the face of, like, they
didn't expect you to be so young.
Like, it almost like they have, like, an instant, it's like, oh, my God, what did I just get myself into? No. And then I open my mouth. One of the very first conventions we ever went to, the person running did not want to give me the time of day.
Oh, really?
They were talking Tony, because he was older, but then we did a panel. Start talking to me after that.
Right, yeah.
It's funny how people's perceptions change the second you say something.
Yeah, just because I'm 28 does not mean I don't know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
100%.
Well, shit, Orson Welles was, what, 22 when he made Citizen Kane?
Yeah. He was in his 20s. And, you know, and it's just like, guys, I preserve this stuff. I research this stuff. I'm trying to keep it alive.
Yeah.
You know, I'm meeting people in, like, their 80s, and they're like, I remember this. And and the look of delight on their face. It's like, man,
that's worth it.
I think that's great.
Dude,
that's absolutely worth it.
It almost brings you to tears a couple of times. People telling the stories.
Oh, I bet. And good on you for preserving, because somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, you're doing good work. Yes.
All these monster magazines are moving away from it.
Oh, really?
They're starting to do only, like, the earliest films they're doing now is like it's from the 70s.
Oh.
It's just like, what about like the what about the late 1800s, early 1900s? Like, don't stop.
Yeah, you got to preserve it all. You can't just.
And
the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Cabinet of Dr. I love the Cabinet.
That's a hell of a film. Yeah.
We showed that at the Corn Maze because we showed silent films at the Corn Maze.
Yeah.
Because it's visual storytelling. You don't need the audience, like, because they're gonna play their own music. People are being streaming and everything. I want to do Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That one, my ideas are a little ambitious, and so I can't. So I want to do it, but I can't afford to do it right now.
Yeah.
I want to do the Golem from 1920 and talk about the 1915 and 1917 version. And I want to bring someone in to, and I want to talk about that film. There's so many things I want to do.
Oh, that's so cool.
I mean, I have all
one day at a time, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
It's like, when are you gonna do this? It's just like, it's on the list.
It's on the list. It'll happen when it happens. No, more importantly, this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More importantly, get down to A. Schwab this Saturday.
Beale Street.
And first of all, just go and soak in Beale Street. Go have some fun.
Oh yeah.
And then go up to this thing. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Free event, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Free event.
Y'all quit saying there's nothing to do. There's a free event.
Yeah, bring the kids.
Downtown.
It'll be big.
It is family friendly. I do want to press that. It is family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. And y'all check out Big and Tall and meet Clint. And this sounds like a great event. And I just want to thank you again for coming in and talking to us about it. Thanks for responding to my message.
Thank you so much for
It's just cool how that all worked out.
Well, anytime, like I said, anytime you guys have something, come on down. You know,
yeah, just
make sure
hit
we're
me
hip
up.
to what's going on, and
let me know.
Do like what we just did. You know, if you want to bring somebody down here as well, you're welcome to do that as well.
Yeah, we're here to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Have fun.
Thank you.